President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a message from his South Sudanese counterpart, Salva Kiir. The message was delivered by South Sudanese Security Affairs Presidential Advisor during his talks with President el-Sisi in attendance of Major General Abbas Kamel, Chief of General Intelligence. Presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said the message included a review of the latest developments of the peace process in South Sudan, in addition to a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern. The President welcomed the honorable guest and conveyed his greetings to President Kiir, emphasizing Egypt's keenness to consolidate the foundations of security and stability in South Sudan as a decisive and key factor that ensures success, sustainability, and open horizons of cooperation to the reality of development in its various aspects. President el-Sisi stressed Egypt's determination to strengthen the bilateral cooperation to transfer the Egyptian experience in drawing an integrated development strategy for South Sudan, especially in sectors of urban planning, infrastructure, roads, hubs, and transportation, in addition to human cadres, training sessions, education, agriculture, and irrigation. For his part, the South Sudanese official expressed his appreciation to Egypt, its leadership and people, and valued the continued development in bilateral ties. And President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a phone call from British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said President el-Sisi and Johnson reviewed bilateral ties and a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern, especially cooperation on the climate change file, in light of the upcoming COP27 conference to be hosted by Egypt in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh next November. The President hailed efforts exerted by the British Premier during his tenure to make a tangible development in overall bilateral ties in all spheres, and said he's looking forward to continue joint efforts to enhance those ties. For his part, Johnson hailed close and strategic ties and bind Egypt and Britain, citing development in relations between the two countries. He emphasized that Egypt, under leadership of President el-Sisi, is an important partner to Britain in the Middle East and Mediterranean region and the African continent. The UK Premier expressed his keenness on supporting ambitious actions undertaken by Egypt in pursuit of inclusive development, especially in increasing investment, transferring experience, technology, and localizing industry. And the President bid farewell to Bahraini King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa in Al Alamein Airport. In a brotherly meeting earlier, the President exchanged viewpoints with visiting UAE President, the Jordanian and Bahraini monarchs, and Iraq's Prime Minister over boosting ties and expanding cooperation in all fields. And Prime Minister Mustafa Bouli chaired the cabinet meeting in New Alamein City to discuss a number of economic and social files, the latest developments on global arena. During the meeting, the cabinet also followed up work in national projects of the presidential initiative, Decent Life, to develop the countryside. Moreover, the meeting tackled the meeting held by President el-Sisi with kings of Bahrain and Jordan, the President of United Arab Emirates, and Iraqi Prime Minister, that focused on boosting Arab cooperation in different fields and underscored historical ties between Egypt and Arab countries. Following the meeting, Bouli held a press conference during which he asserted the strength of the state's economy and its ability to face current challenges, saying the national reserve for the current fiscal year has reached about £130 billion. He reiterated that President el-Sisi directed to increase subsidy cards by 100 Egyptian pounds for 37 million citizens who will benefit from it. The Premier said that measures had been taken upon President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's directives for spending an exceptional social protection package. The Ministers of Supply and Solidarity addressed the press conference where they reviewed the latest developments of their ministries. Prime Minister Mustafa Bouli witnessed signing of 7 new memorandum of understanding in New Alamein City in attendance of the Ministers of Electricity and Planning. The agreements stipulate implementing projects of industrial complexes for producing green hydrogen inside industrial zone in Al Ain al Sukhna. The agreements were signed among a number of governmental entities represented by New and Renewable Energy Authority, Suez Canal Industrial Zone Public Authority, Egyptian Electricity Transmission Company, and Sovereign Fund of Egypt, as well as 7 companies and leading global corporations. And Egyptian border guard forces succeeded in inflicting effective strikes in combating smugglers, criminal elements which target national safety and security. The border guard forces foiled many attempts on all strategic directions nationwide. And within the framework of its strategy, the Interior Ministry continued its efforts to combat any types of crimes across the country. The Ministry continued its complications to follow up and control prices of strategic commodities. The Ministry arrested a number of traders who used to hide strategic commodities to sell them in black markets and detained others who were selling expired products. It succeeded to capture 502 subsidized cases during the past 24 hours. Moreover, it captured about 136 tons of hidden food commodities and more than 82 tons of subsidized goods. Under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the Interior Ministry has launched the 23rd phase We're All One initiative to offer school items at low prices starting off September 1st. The Interior Ministry used to contribute in offering high-quality school items at low prices at the start of every school year in cooperation with famous market commercial series. This phase witnessed participation of 38 commercial entities.